Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Ruth Soltman, and this is the Transformational Soul. And I want to welcome back all of you that have been here before, and if this is your first time, welcome. I hope you'll come back again. I want to thank everybody for their support for me in the show. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and participate. And, you know, Goldylocks Production shows are also available on Rumble and Vimeo now. We do live stream on Rumble as well as YouTube, and some of the shows, including this one, are live streamed on Facebook as well. Then afterwards, you can go back and watch them on any of those, or you can watch them on Vimeo. If you feel moved to make a donation, you know, those are wonderfully and graciously accepted. That money does go to help keep the show going every month. And you can do that via Super Chat here on Facebook. Here on YouTube, or through Venmo on Facebook or Rumble. And if anyone out there would be interested in sponsoring the show, like for a month, like for a month period of time, then, or any of the Goldylocks shows, because, you know, we got so many wonderful shows on Goldylocks Productions, you can contact my amazing producer, Tiffany White Sagewoman, for more info on how to do that. And as a thank you for sponsoring the show, she will create a thank you sponsor video, and that will play during the show that you've sponsored. So if you have a small business, it's a great way to get your name out there or get some little bit of advertising out there. So if you are out there watching live right now, please say hello so that I know you are here. I love to communicate back and forth with everybody, and I love everyone's comments and input. Hi, Richard. Nice to see you here. And I see Veronica's here. Hi, Veronica. I'm so happy to see you. I missed you last week. Now, I want to let you know that my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul, is now available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you subscribe to Kindle Unlimited, then you can read the book for free. And next Wednesday, I have a new book coming out on the 21st, and it's called The ABCs of Unconditional Love. And it'll be available on Amazon next Wednesday. Hi, Anita. I'm so happy to see you here. Now, this book was recreated to help you release whatever is blocking you from experiencing unconditional love. And I'm really excited to let you guys know that later this month, I'm going to be doing a master class right here in Goldylocks Productions. And it's going to be about how to self-publish your own book. And it's going to be July 31st at 8 p.m. And if you'd be interested in attending this class, please let me know. There'll be further information coming shortly. And I just wanted to get the information out there so you guys can start thinking about that. So if you've ever thought about writing a book, if you've written a book and not sure how to publish it, I'm going to show you everything that I've learned. I don't claim to know everything, but I can show you what worked for me. You know, I did months and years of research on different things about how to write and publish a book. And I'm going to give all of you guys that information as well, so you won't have to do all of that legwork. Now, next week, my special guest is going to be the absolutely amazing Tiffany White Sagewoman. We're going to get to find out about all of the amazing healing work that she does. We're going to get to find out how Goldylocks Productions even got started in the first place. And she has agreed to bring her cards with her for some quick messages. Now, if you haven't seen Tiffany with her cards, she had them on her show Sunday night, if you were able to watch that. And then last Saturday, we did the spiritual message circle, and she used them then. And they are absolutely amazing. I've never seen cards like these before. So I'm really excited that she's going to be able to bring them next week. And so it's come to my attention that many of you might not know what Reiki is or how it can help you. They've been nudging me with this the last couple of weeks that I needed to talk about this. I have extended my Reiki offer for all of July and August now. So the sessions are based on a love donation, any amount. There's no set fee, because Reiki is such a wonderful experience, and I wouldn't want a financial situation to be the reason that you don't try it out. So sometimes we don't know what to expect. We're kind of reluctant to try something new. So I'm going to talk to you about Reiki and what a distance session with me is like. I usually do it through Facebook Messenger because I'm a visual learner, so I like to see things, in print right in front of me, and it helps me to remember. Now, I did take some notes here because I want to try to remember to tell you everything that I want to tell you. Well, Reiki, if you don't know, it's a universal life force energy. It's very intelligent. It flows where it needs to go. It can promote relaxation, stress relief, reduced anxiety, as well as help you with physical pain. Now, it's not me that's doing the healing. I don't call myself or consider myself a healer. It's the amazing energy that flows through me. I am just the vessel for the energy to flow. You have to be open and allow the energy and the healing to take place. And now, since I took Angelic Reiki 1 and 2 last year, I also call in the Angelic Kingdom of Light. And I feel like I've noticed a difference in the oomph or the powerfulness of the energy. It has increased and magnified. So from your perspective, what you would expect for a Reiki session is all you'd have to do is close your eyes, relax, and be open to the energy. You can have music playing in the background, incense burning, whatever you want that makes you comfortable and relaxed. And then you just close your eyes and receive the energy. So it's pretty easy. I ask you to set your intentions for the session and to be crystal clear with your intentions. Look, something like, I am receiving all the healing I need, or something that resonates with you. Some people will feel a tingling sensation of the energy. Some people will feel a vibration. Some will feel warmth. Some will feel cold. And sometimes you feel something else or even nothing at all. But that doesn't mean that the energy isn't working. It's working. Everybody reacts to it differently. It affects everyone differently. It assists you with healing on every level. The energy is very intuitive. It knows exactly what it needs to do. Sometimes it will bring up old issues that you've buried that you need to heal. So you have to be really gentle with yourself after these sessions, because the energy will continue to work for weeks, sometimes months. It depends. Some people are more sensitive to it. Some people might be a little guarded. So the time frame will be different for everyone. And you have to make sure that you drink lots and lots of extra water, because as this energy is flowing through you and flushing out your system, you might feel kind of sluggish while this energy is moving through, because it's going to be purging a lot of old stuff and making room for some wonderful, amazing new energy. The session lasts about 45 to 50 minutes. I let you know when I start and when I'm done, and then I let you know the information that I receive. Oh, thank you, Veronica. She says, I highly recommend a Reiki healing from Ruth. My lower back is still pain-free. Oh, that is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Heather. I'm so glad you guys could join me. Now I'm going to tell you what the Reiki session is like on my part. I'm going to tell you everything I do from start to finish. There might be a couple of things, that I forgot about as I was writing this out this morning. Heather said, I loved mine as well. Well, I'm so glad to hear that, Heather. And as individual as a Reiki session is for each one of you, they're all individual for me too. Even if I do a Reiki session on the same person twice, I always experience differently, which is pretty amazing. So for me, what I do is I meditate for a little bit, ask the angels to center and align my energy. I call in my spiritual tribe. They are all light beings consisting of archangels, angels, guides, masters, and ancestors. I ask them to create a sacred circle around me. And so I have this circle of light beings around me. And, already I can feel the energy. They seal this circle with a bubble of protective light that will only allow in the beings that are of the highest vibration of love and light. Then I call in my guides, my angels, my healing angels and guides, my Reiki angels and guides, Archangel Raphael and his team of healing angels, and all of my ancestors that have gone before. I also call in the angelic kingdom of light and my higher self. Then I call in the same, all of those for you. So your spiritual tribe is there, all of your angels, and, we're all in this. I mean, the circle is ginormous by now. So you can just imagine the healing energy. So, and I also use the first 3 Reiki symbols. And then I visualize me standing in the center, and you are in the center as well, but you are laying on a crystal bed. And this is how I've done this for quite a while. So when I begin, I do an energetic body scan. So I put my hand, and visually put my hand over your head and then scan your body for energy. And it's amazing what you can feel, because you can feel energy blocks, you can feel hot spots, cold spots, any place where energy is stuck. So it's pretty cool. And and then let's see, where am I at now? Okay. And then the energy. So as I place the hand, I can, like I said, I can feel energy blocks. The energy comes through me, through my hands to you. Then I focus on the energy, and I sit there like this, and I create a ball of energy between my hands. And when I focus on it, I can feel it vibrating. I can feel it expanding. And then when it's ready and they let me know when to release it, I release it to you. I kind of feel like it gives you a little bit of a boost. And then I focus on each of the 7 chakras, starting at the root chakra and going up to the crown. I focus some energy on each one of those for a few minutes. And then I can usually right away feel areas of discomfort or pain or anything like that. And then after I do that for a little bit, then I'll scan the body again and see if there's any changes. So when I get done with that, I will also sit and just send energy to your whole body, like at the same time, not focusing anywhere, because I know the energy is going to go where it needs to go. So you don't really have to worry on, oh, I better, touch her leg because her leg hurts. It's, the energy knows what to do. And then I sit and send energy to your entire body, which I just said. Then I repeat that process 2 more times. I go through it exactly like that 2 more times. The number 3, I feel, is very powerful. That's why I do it 3 times. The second time around, I usually receive more information. And the third time around, I usually receive even more than I did the second time. The number 3 represents the human as body, soul, and spirit. It also represents growth, inspiration, inner guidance, and manifestation. So I feel like that's a very powerful number, and I like to do things like that in 3s. For me, I always experience colors. Sometimes I see colors that I don't even know what they are, which is probably sounds really weird, but I see, and I've seen that quite a bit lately. I'll see a color, but I don't know what the color is. It's not brown. It's not blue. It's not green. It's like some kind of an odd combination or something that's not really recognized. And, sometimes I get the most vivid, beautiful colors. I see a lot of purple, which I feel is a healing color. And fuchsia is a new one that I've seen that's very vivid and very bright, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes I get visions. Sometimes I get spoken messages that I'm to relay to you. I have had, on occasion, I've had loved ones come through. That's been very different for me. I always ask my guides that if any loved ones want to come through, that they allow them through. I always make sure, to cover all my bases. Then when the session is over, I share my experiences with you and you tell me, how everything was for you. Then I thank everyone that was in our sacred circle and release them. So now you know pretty much what to expect from a Reiki session. Excuse me. If anybody has any questions about that, I would be happy to answer them. I always see angels. I always see light beings. I've had times when there must have been thousands of angels. And you could just see, they look like, when you look up at the sky when it's pitch dark and there's no light and all you see are the stars, that's what it looked like. I've had some really amazing visuals doing Reiki, and that's all connected to your energy. So, that's pretty amazing. But I wanted to let everyone know because there's nothing to fear. Reiki is not a religious process. It's, nothing like that. But I had thought, for the last couple of weeks, they've been saying, there's a lot of people might be really hesitant about it because they don't know what it is. So that's why I really wanted to relay that information to you guys. Let's see who we got here today. Heather, I saw Heather. Hi, Carissa. It's so nice to see you here. Richard won. Oh, Richard said he won a Reiki session and it was very good. Well, thank you, Reiki. Thank you, Richard. Goodness, my head is all over today. Hi, Laura. She said, thank you for the incredible Reiki session yesterday. It was really amazing. I have to say, thank you, Laura. It was pretty incredible. And I have noticed that since I'm doing like the regular, this is so funny because I was thinking about this today. If you take a Reiki course and they'll say, you do this, and this is the process. Okay. Like to me, I just throw that out the window. It doesn't feel right. I'm not going to do it. I have to do things according to the way I'm guided to do them. And sometimes that will just be, with my hands on, like when I was doing in-person ones, which I'm not right now. But sometimes it would just be putting your hands on someone's back. And the energy knows where it's going. But, this is what I have figured out and what I've been inspired by the angels and my guides. And this is the process that works phenomenal for me. And, so far it seems to be working phenomenally for everyone else. And since I've incorporated it with the Angelic Reiki, I feel like it's so much more powerful. I feel so much more energy. My hands will start vibrating before I even start. It's pretty amazing. Hi, Elizabeth. It's so nice to see you here. Let's see. Uh-oh. We went too far. So I hope you guys, in case you didn't hear this at the beginning of the show, I'm going to do a masterclass July 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern on how to publish a book. So if you guys are interested, there'll be some information coming up, shortly that we'll be posting. Hi, Sarah. It's so nice to see you here. And Elizabeth said, I saw a huge angel wing in front of my fridge when I was pregnant with my twins. I saw it and disappeared 20 years ago. Wow. That must have been amazing. Hi, Robin. I don't know if you guys caught Laura's show Monday night, Angels and Healing Light, but Robin McGuire was on there and she was giving some pretty amazing messages. And she's going to be here August 4th. I believe that's what it is, but at the first Wednesday of the month. So I'm really, really excited about that. That should be really interesting. And for the last few months, the angels have given me message after message after message about self-care and how important it is for everyone to learn to love themselves, to take better care of themselves, because, we're not taking the best care of ourselves. Our body is just a vessel for our soul. And when it wears out, what's going to happen? We've got to take the best care of it that we possibly can. And that includes not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, all of that. And, oh, hi, Melissa. Melissa's here too. That's awesome. And hi, Carol Ann. Nice to see you. And it's, I lost my train of thought reading the messages. I'm sorry, guys. So I did ask for some cards before the show, a collective message for everyone. And the angels want you to remember to shine your light. Don't dim it to fit in with other people. And it's so funny because I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like when I was in high school, like I never tried to fit in with anybody. I'm pretty sure I stuck out like a sore thumb. I felt like a real oddball. But my dad used to praise me for that and say how proud he was that, you know, I stuck to what I believed and what I wanted to do, and I didn't let other people sway me. And at the time when you're a teenager, you know, you're like, yeah, okay, well, I don't have much of a social life though, do I? But nothing is worth sacrificing yourself for. And I'm really glad that, you know, I adhered to those things when I was younger, because it's even easier now. The angels want you to make sure that you remember to have compassion for yourself. Compassion is so important. You know, a lot of times it's so easy to have compassion for other people, but it's hard for us to show ourselves those same things. And they want you to look deeper inside of yourself. You are so amazing. And you don't even realize it. So when I wrote my first book, the angels guided me to write these other healing books as well. And I did them all pretty much at the same time. And that first one, like I said, is coming out next week, the ABCs of Unconditional Love. There's one coming out in August, this is the ABCs of Forgiveness. And then the last one will be in September, the ABCs of Self-Healing. And as you know, as I've been reading them over, there is some repetitive information. Most of that is all on forgiveness, because they have just stressed and stressed and stressed to me how forgiveness is the first step in your healing process. If you cannot forgive yourself and others for things that have happened in the past, things that you are holding tightly onto, if you cannot release those, you can't even begin to heal. You know, you could pretend that you're healing. You can pretend that everything is great, but you're just lying to yourself, because you know deep inside you've got all this work to do. And there's no better time than now to start doing it. You know, maybe it'll take you a couple of days, maybe it will take you a couple of years, but you're not going to know until you start doing it. It's the tough stuff. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to bring up, you know, things that have hurt you in the past. You kind of feel like you relive those emotions and those feelings when you are healing them. I will say they don't hurt as much as they did when they happened, but you will remember all that pain because you have to release it. You'll remember all the anxiety and the stress, and you'll feel it in your body, but you have to get rid of it. And just imagine this, the crap that you're carrying around with you. And when you release that, can you just, you know, imagine to yourself and visualize how light you're going to feel? You know, you get all of that stuff, that old stuff that you're just hanging on to. When you get that out of the way, the most amazing, beautiful energy is going to flow into all of those areas inside of you, and where all that bad stuff was. So if you replace all of that with all this good stuff, think about how amazing you're going to feel. It's like nothing, you know, that I've ever experienced before. And a lot of times I've had situations where I'm like, oh yes, okay, that situation, okay. Yep, that's done and gone. I'm so over it. I'm completely healed. Well, maybe a year later, something else will happen that will make me feel exactly like I felt in that situation. And then I realize, oops, no, it's not completely gone. So sometimes it'll do that to you, you know. Sometimes you can move things around and not even realize that you're not completely letting it go. But you have to completely let it go. You have to completely move forward. You know, you can't let all this stuff hold you back. It's like having a big chain around your ankle, a ball and chain, holding you back. I love that picture, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. Oh, thank you, Sarah, so much for that super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sure you guys have seen this meme before on Facebook. It's a picture of a horse, and he's tied up to a plastic chair. And he thinks he can't go anywhere because he's tied up. But he could just take the chair with him. He just doesn't realize it. And I think a lot of times that's how we are. We see these situations and we think that we're stuck in this place. But it's really easy to move on and get out of it. But we don't feel like it is. That's why we stay stuck there. And, you know, you have to be getting something out of living in that place. You know, that's got to be, I don't want to say benefiting you, because it doesn't benefit you. But in your head, you know, you're hanging on to it for a reason. And you know in your heart and in the deepest part of your soul that you need to let it go. You know, maybe it's some kind of like an old relationship and you're hoping somewhere down the road that they'll realize that they really do love you. You got to let that go. There are so many better things waiting for you once you do. It's just absolutely amazing. And so they've stressed me forgiveness. So that I've noticed is a very repetitive theme in the books that I've written so far. And that's on their part, but it's just because they keep telling me this is the first step. This is where people have to start to begin to heal. And once you can do that, I mean, even if you just heal one issue, one situation, it's going to really help you. Of course, eventually, once you do it once, you know, and you get rid of that and you see how good you feel to let that go, you're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So that's going to really be, you're going to be at a really good place in your journey when you can let all that stuff go. I keep wanting to burp. I never do that. So maybe someone out there isn't speaking their truth and they need to hear that. If I will be drawing some cards in a little bit, so if anybody wants a message, just go ahead and drop that in the comments. But I wanted to talk a little bit about these books because that's what they want me to do. These books, it's called the ABCs of, because it goes through every letter of the alphabet, and it talks about, I can't even think of what the first one is. I don't have a book yet. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. But let's say F is for forgiveness. And then it'll talk about forgiveness like I just did. And then it's going to ask you, you know, a series of questions on, you know, do you find it hard to forgive people? Or, you know, just different questions. And they're designed to make you think and to really dig deep and figure out why you feel like you do. You know, is it okay to change your thoughts? Of course it is. So, you know, that's through the series of questions, you know, you have to be really honest with yourself at how you answer them. So if you're not honest with yourself, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good. But they tell me that they were designed to help people heal and be able to move forward in their life. So I'm going to leave that information with you. Oh, Robin. Robin says she's in her car and she keeps losing me. Okay, Veronica would like a message. Let's see what we have for Veronica. Veronica, what would the angels like you to know tonight? Let's see. I'm not feeling that deck. Okay, let me grab a different one here. Oh, there we go. Oh, Veronica. You are coming into your power. That is so exciting. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to be, you know, waving a magic wand and, you know, changing a frog into a prince. Sorry. But it says you step into your power boldly and confidently. Now, that would be a really great affirmation for you. I step into my power boldly and confidently. And you see, the spotlight is shining on you. You know, you are going to be the center of attention. You are coming into your own power. You're going to be empowering yourself as you move forward. So that's really exciting. And I hope that message resonates with you. And Laura, we've got Laura Ramiro here. And let's see. I'll tell you, we have had so much rain here. Every day I look at the rain forecast, and for the next 10 days, it'll say rain. And it's been like that for 2 months. Laura, my heart is open. What a beautiful, beautiful affirmation. Opening to love. Look at that great big heart. And I know, Laura, you have a great big heart, and it's so full of love. And what is that in the picture? It looks like, I love this. It's got flames coming out of the heart. Your heart is on fire in a good way. I feel like you have so much love to give. And, you know, the angels love you so much. They just love you so much. And it's just a big message of love for you. And I feel like you've been getting a lot of those lately. You're very blessed. Oh, okay. And Tammy would like a message. What would the angels like Tammy to know? Oh, there we go. Oh, Tammy, you got the card of compassion as well. Tammy said she would like a message, I think. So I'm guessing you're not real sure, huh? This is our Archangel Zadkiel, and he says to soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So, Tammy, I don't know if there's something right now that you're going through, but I can tell you that since I focused on you and your energy, I have burped 3 times. So I'm getting a clear, distinct message that there's something that you need to say that you're not saying, that you're not standing in your truth, and that you need to do that. And you need to do it with compassion. You know, there's one way to say something to somebody, and then there's a nice way to say it. And, you know, we always need to opt for the nice way. We never know what other people are going through. And everybody's, you know, sees their world from their own perspective through their own experiences and everything. So be compassionate with yourself as well, Tammy. I think you're way, way too hard on yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. You're such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Okay. Oh, I missed a couple people here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Richard. Richard Riddle would like a card. All right, Richard. What would the angels like you to know tonight? Oh, there we go. Oh, beloved one. You are loved, Richard. It's Archangel Chamuel reminding you that he is helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And know that the angels love you. They always have and they always will. And they're always there with you. So just remember that. And, you know, I feel like they're working on helping to guide you into a certain direction, possibly in regards to this soulmate relationship. So, you know, just keep your senses, you know, keep your spidey senses intact there, so that you will notice and you will observe, you know, any new people that might come across your path. Elizabeth, any messages for me, Ruth? Of course. Thank you in advance. Let's see what we have for Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth, you got the courage card. It just actually several cards popped over for you. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. The courage card. Look at how beautiful that is. And, you know, courage isn't always easy. You know, we have to have courage when we face things that might frighten us, or I guess frighten us is probably, or be things that we're apprehensive about. but we have to be brave and have the courage to do that. Anybody can chicken out of doing something. That doesn't take any, anything. But to stick to your guns and actually do the things that, maybe you fear the most or that you're unsure of, that's when you're courageous. And you are a very courageous person. And Archangel Jophiel says that you need to clear your space. And you need to get rid of the clutter, physical clutter, emotional clutter, clean out your spiritual closet, get rid of the things that no longer serve you. You also need to be crystal clear with your intentions, Elizabeth. We can't have any wishy-washy intentions like, well, I hope maybe that I get this, or, yeah, I'd kind of like, no, you have to be very laser focused, very, very clear and honest about what you want and what you desire. Because when you put that energy out there, the universe receives that energy, it matches it, and it sends it back to you. So you have to be very, very clear. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get what you actually want. Many times we focus on what we don't want, and that's what we get. So you have to be very clear on what you want. And you also need to remember who you are. You are a beautiful soul, a loving child of God, and that you are very, very loved. So I hope that message resonates with you, Elizabeth. And Anita. Okay, that's what we have for Anita. Oop, there we go. Okay, Anita, 3 cards flipped over for you. And the first one is overcoming difficulties. And the angels are saying that the worst is behind you. And you are surmounting any previous challenges. Let's see, they said that that the difficulties are over right now and all is well. Kind of nice that they confirmed, both like that. That's pretty cool. And you also need to be gentle with yourself. Very gentle. Go easy on yourself. And, remember, too, that when we are wanting things to happen, we have to remember divine timing. Everything is happening according to divine timing. We can't rush it. We can't make it happen any faster. It's all in divine timing. And, over there on the other side, they do not have time like we do. They're not sitting there watching their clock saying, okay, how long is it going to take for this water to boil? No, there's no time like that. That's only here on Earth. So we have to remember that all the time. What might be 2 years to us could be 5 seconds on the other side. So we just don't know. At least not right now. One day we will. Okay, Joyce would love a message. Oh, thank you so much, Heather, for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, Joyce would like a message. What do the angels want Joyce to know? I have to say, I really enjoyed my guest last week, Susan Redwine. And I know you guys did because I got a lot of comments and messages from people on how much they enjoyed her. And it was a great show. I really had a lot of fun with her. I did kind of miss pulling cards and doing some readings, though. I will say I did kind of miss that a little bit. So, let's see, Joyce. Need to focus here. Okay. Oh, Joyce, there we go. Joyce. Okay. 3 cards came for you as well. Spread your wings. This is your time in your life, Joyce. You are holding back. Archangel Ariel says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. This is your confirmation from the angels that this is your time. And I feel like there's something coming on your path, some kind of new endeavor. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel it coming. You might already know what it is. I don't know. But the angels want you to know that this is your time. And don't worry because you're safe. You are safe. You are safe in the love of the angels. The Archangel Michael is protecting you. He's protecting you from lower energies. So, and he's guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Now, Archangel Michael, look at this picture. I'm sure you wouldn't mind having him protecting you, Joyce. He's always there. And if you ask him, he will wrap he will wrap his arms and his wings around you, and you will be able to feel that warm, loving hug from him. And know that he is always there for you. And they're also saying that you're a little bit sensitive right now. I know there's a lot of new energies that have been coming in, and this energy of the earth is pretty high right now. So we're feeling a lot of stuff. And I feel like you're kind of extra sensitive to energy anyway, Joyce. So I can totally understand if this energy is like really, giving you headaches or making you dizzy or just feel not well. But if you can just relax a little more, maybe take some deep breaths and just let it integrate through you, integrate into you. It will help with any symptoms that you might have, and it will just help you feel better. So I hope that helps you. Veronica says, yes, thank you. I can feel it, and a lot is happening. Be right back. I got to return the frog to the pet store, dang it. Oh, Veronica. I knew you would have one laying around. Laura says, what a beautiful message. Thank you. Well, Laura, you're very welcome. And Melissa says, I am channeling her burps. It's so funny because when I was burping, that's what I thought about. Because that always happens to you, Melissa. I think every single show of yours I've ever seen. Okay, Heather. Yes. Heather, I have a card for you. Let's see what the angels want you to know. Yeah, that doesn't usually happen to me. So that actually happened to me during a Reiki session too. So it kind of felt like I released something. So that was pretty interesting. And I sneezed. And that hasn't happened to me during any kind of session either. So that was kind of new. But I felt like something was released and let go of. So that was a good thing. Oh, here we go. Ooh, Heather. 3 cards flipped over for you. It says, first card is passion. And this is Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. And I do feel like you are I know that you are very passionate about your family and your work. And that, it's amazing. I've seen some of the changes you've gone through over the years, Heather, and, you just blow me away. And I feel like you just don't give yourself enough credit sometimes. And you need to take back your power. You need to feel empowered all the time because you're such an amazing human being. And you can manifest anything you want in your life. And I think you can. I feel like you can. I feel like maybe you don't do it a lot, but you can do it. And I think if you started to do that, and you see what you can do, I think you're going to be pretty amazed. And it also talks about what a bond you have with children. And I know, I feel like you have an amazing bond with your children. And, I feel like your fun, upbeat spirit attracts a lot of probably children or maybe other people that have childlike curiosity. But I really feel like you need to stand in your power more and speak your truth more. Because being able to do that is going to change your life for you. And it's just such an amazing feeling when, you know who you are, you can speak it to the world or show it to the world. And you don't have, it's so freeing, you don't have to be fearful, if anything, you don't really care if anybody likes you anymore, because it just doesn't matter. And that's a really freeing feeling. It's, I'm sure, there's a lot of people that agree with me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't. It's never my intention to offend anyone. If I do, I know that's based on what they're going through or how they see things, but that would never, ever be my intention. People are not always going to like you or agree with you, but you are the one that has to like you. You are the one that has to accept you for who you are. It doesn't matter what other people do. It really doesn't. Let's see who we have next. Okay, Heather. Tammy said, thank you, Ruth. You're very inspiring. Well, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. Sarah would like a card. I'm really happy to see you on here, Tammy. That really warms my heart. I love you to death. And I miss you. And I really feel like, one day down the road, our paths will cross again in person, which would be so much fun. Okay, Sarah. Oh, you're very welcome, Richard. Okay, Sarah. What do the angels want you to know? Oh, there we go. Ooh, Sarah, you're a little bit extra sensitive now, too, to all of these energies. And energies and emotions. So if you feel like maybe you're a little, emotional right now, or maybe things are just touching you more deeply, that's because of, the super sensitivity surrounding all of this energy. I can tell you that sometimes when I'm feeling it a lot, like I will read a comment that somebody leaves on Facebook and I'll be in tears because I feel it so deeply. And, sometimes I can just be like emotional mush, but in a good way. I mean, I think it's amazing when something can touch you that deeply that, the tears start rolling, because then it's really touched you at a really deep, deep place. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes, on the opposite end, though, when people, might irritate you or get on your nerves, sometimes it can feel magnified. Especially sometimes children, they can be like super loud, or maybe some of the ways they relate to this energy is like talking back, or, things like that. And then when you're at this super sensitive place already, that stuff can really, hit you hard as far as irritating and, things like that. But sometimes we forget, and I know I do too. As adults, we feel this energy, but children are super sensitive to it. They don't have the filters that we do. So, it just like goes right through them. And it's absolutely, I'm sure they, younger children too, they already feel all these emotions and have no idea what it is. And so they'll cry because they're so emotional, but they don't know why. So, if you're feeling like that at all, Sarah, just go with it. I have found grounding by like sitting outside with my feet in the grass or something, can help me quite a bit. So if that might help you, go ahead and try something like that. Oh, here we go. Drop in cards. There you go, Sarah. Breathe. Remember to breathe. Take some deep breaths. I guess they didn't like my going outside idea. They want you to breathe. Take some deep breaths. Inhale all that love, and exhale all that worry and stress. It will help immensely. Okay. Richard said, thank you very much. You're very welcome, Richard. Okay, let's see. Richard. Elizabeth said, love all the messages. Yes, crystal clear. So resonates. Thank you, Ruth, for your interpretations. Well, you're very welcome, Elizabeth. I'm really happy to see you here. Okay. And Anita said, thank you. Ruth, that makes me happy. I am recovering from COVID. So that is a wonderful message that makes me very happy. Oh, Anita, I really hope you're feeling better. I had no idea you were sick. I'm glad you're recovering. I hope that means you're feeling better. Joyce says, thank you. I speak to him all the time. I do too. And I got to say, like, he is one of my all-time favorite archangels. And, you know, he's been with me my whole life. Because even when I was a child, I had this imaginary friend, and his name was Michael. And of course, I didn't know at the time, but it was Archangel Michael. So I used to talk to him, you know, ever since I can remember. And he's always been really familiar to me, and he has the most amazing love. Not that I'm knocking any of the other ones, because they all have amazing love, but I don't know. Sometimes it just seems like there's something pretty special about him. Joyce has been seeing lots of repeating numbers. Hi, Kim. Sugar Magnolia's here. Made it. I'm going to pull a card for you, Kim. Let's see. I had just thought of something else I wanted to tell you guys, but it has escaped me. Ruth, your necklace is really standing out to me. What is it? Let me see. It's an Om symbol. I have a couple different necklaces with that symbol on it. That's one of my favorites. I even have a tattoo. I just love it. Okay, Kim. Let's see, Kim, what do the angels want you to know today? Oh, here we go. Remember who you are, Kim. I know you haven't forgotten. It's Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. And you are so, so loved. You know, sometimes we get lost in, you know, the idea of who people think we are or who people want us to be. And sometimes we can lose sight of ourselves. I'm not saying that's the situation with you, Kim, but I'm just saying a lot of times that happens. I know there have been times in my life, you know, when that has happened to me. You know, when I was a kid, I always wanted to do whatever my parents told me to, whatever made them happy. But, you know, it's not, I mean, as a child, you know, I think that's probably great. It was probably great for my parents to parent me because, you know, I was very agreeable and just did whatever they told me to do. Luckily, though, I had wonderful parents. So, you know, I know that's not always the case for everyone. But sometimes we can easily lose sight of who we are and what we want for ourselves. You know, I remember when I got divorced in 2008, I think it was. And I remember feeling sad about things that I wasn't going to do anymore. And I thought, well, why not? And then, you know, that little voice said to me, because these weren't your dreams. These were both of your dreams, like together. And I thought, well, you know what? This, first of all, whatever this one dream was, you know, this was something I came up with. It was all my idea and something I wanted to do. He just was agreeable. And why should I change that now? There's no reason. There's no reason I can't, you know, still do what I want to do. That's, you know, that's me. It doesn't matter that those circumstances have changed. That doesn't mean my dreams have. But a lot of times, you know, when we end a relationship or someone passes, you know, we have those feelings that, oh, you know, we were going to do these things together and you can still do them. You know, that's still part of who you are. So don't ever feel that you can't. Sarah says, wow, thank you so much. You made me cry a little. Aww. She said, so much beautiful messages. Well, thank you. And Kim says, for sure, she is learning who she is. You know, we all are. And as we just keep, you know, peeling away the layers, and, you know, that makes me always think of an onion, because an onion has so many layers. And that's like how we are. We have so many layers. And, you know, once we peel some away, we're like, oh, this is great. I love this new me. It's not really a new me. It's really the old me before all this stuff was piled on. And, we don't really realize that. We feel like a whole new person, but we're actually just remembering who we were to begin with before all this other stuff got loaded on us. You should do this. You should be that. You can't do that, and all these things from our families or from society. God forbid you watch a TV commercial or flip through like a fashion magazine. Oh, I mean, you just cringe the things that they try to tell you. I remember this one commercial for Mother's Day, some jewelry store. And if you did not buy your mom a diamond for Mother's Day, you did not love her. And I see some of the messages that are sent in so many commercials. And can you remember commercials from when you were a kid? Like little, like some of their little, what are they called? Their little songs. I forget what they're called. It's in the commercial. I mean, there's so many of them that I can remember, which tells you how deeply ingrained it is in you. I mean, we're talking like from 40 years ago or more. So, ooh, Elizabeth, you just gave me goosebumps. Elizabeth says, I keep seeing a crown over you. Woo! I like the sound of that. That's amazing. But if I can remember commercials from when I was a little kid or episodes of TV shows from when I was a little kid, because they were repeated so many times. I mean, think of all the stuff that has like, I know brainwashing is like a very strong word, but you can see how it has jingles. That's right. They do stick with us. They really do. Thank you, Tiffany. But you can see how, deeply embedded that is. Think of all the things you've experienced, all of the, you should do this and you should do that. And why don't you be this, from when you were young, and you'll understand why you have so many layers right now. You have to figure out for yourself who you are and who you want to be. It's all there. You just have to get rid of all these other stuff so that you can see it, because you need to be out there shining your light as bright and as beautiful as you can. Excuse me. That's what the world needs right now. We all need this. We all need for people to be shining their light as brightly as possible. And we all have that light inside us. Makes me think of that song, This Little Light of Mine, the one that you learned when you're a little kid. I'm going to let it shine. And then that's what we need to do. You can't put that light out. You can't. And we need to remember that. You're a very strong, powerful being. And we're all here for a reason right now. We're all here to assist in healing humanity, helping people to wake up to the truth of who they are. And we all are doing that, but we need to step it up a notch. We've got all this new amazing energy coming in, so why not use it to our benefit? Why not, use it to our benefit, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And this new amazing energy. I have to stop reading comments because then I lose track of what I'm saying. All this new amazing energy, we can use it to help us to move forward, to get rid of some of those layers so that we can shine our light brighter. Okay, so she's talking about the chakra behind me here. It looked like a crown. That's pretty sweet, Elizabeth. So everybody, it looks like we're out of time. It really went by fast. But remember to come back next week because Tiffany's going to be here. I'm so excited. And also, if you're interested in signing up for that masterclass, please let me know because I'd like to try to figure out how many people to expect. And as soon as I get some information to Tiffany, we'll get some of that information out for you guys on the class. It is about how to publish your own book. And it's going to be, all of the research that I've done, all the things. I'm not saying there's one way to do it, but, I'm going to show you what has worked for me and try to make things as easy as possible. I can't tell you how many headaches I've had, researching information for the last several years, trying to figure all this out. So I want to try to alleviate some of that for you. So I hope you guys will come back next week. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I love you all so much, and good night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.